07 Commanders. My name's Commander Will Furion of the Vortex Squadron, back again with an update on the HIP 22460 situation. If you didn't catch my first video, you might want to watch that. I'll leave a link to it in the comments below, and I'll try to remember to leave a link to it in the video so you can watch that first if you have not yet. So over the weekend, we found out a lot of things, and there's a lot of blame throwing and stuff like that. And, I'm guilty of that as well. All role playing and stuff aside, okay, I do a lot of role playing in this game. It keeps it interesting. However, we have kind of determined that XSF leader is seriously thinking he is salvation, okay? Honestly, that's true. He's speaking like a salvation would. He's saying, that that it was intended for them to do these things in the game. All we're asking is, especially with lore sites, there's certain lore sites in the game that should not be altered. It's a big galaxy out there. There's a lot of places you can, build new content. We want new content. If you destroy or repurpose old content, that's not acceptable in a lot of, especially with these people that write lore for the game. Even official ones have probably just turned over in their little computer chairs going, oh my God, what have they done? Listen, you guys don't allow the player base that kind of power. You do not want them to do that. Next thing you know, somebody's going to come in and try to have an event where they're mining space rocks, and after the event's over, then space rock mining will never exist again, because all the space rocks will blow up. Okay? And I mean, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but it's true. They're going to do that. They're going to try, now that you've set a precedent that a group can just come along and destroy monuments. When are they going to go after the Guardian stuff? They might go after that, try to get rid of all the Guardian stuff out of the game. All that content that's all over the place. There's just so much history. I don't want to see it destroyed, and I know I'm not alone in this. So just listen to what I'm saying. It's great that you could have an event somewhere that's already been, left behind as lore, but you need to leave it the way you left it. You don't get to mess it up. Now, I had an event planned for HIP 22460 in February. Guess what? I don't get to do that now because somebody decided it was a good idea to get rid of an event center or an event space, And I don't know how to make people understand that that's not cool to destroy event spaces like that. You want people to tell their own stories and stuff like that. That's great, but you don't have to end everything after they use it. And then, on top of that, I'm hearing all these rumors about, FDev threw AXI a bone and gave them something cool. I'm thinking, well, that's favoritism. That's a no-no. Can't do that either. None of that. There is no favoritism in Elite Dangerous, okay? There should not be. If there is, stop it. Also, people are telling groups like mine that we need to play somewhere else and that we can't train here or we can't train there because they don't do it there and that nobody does it there. I'm not nobody, and my group is not nobody, okay? That's very offensive to me. And I'm a little bit disappointed that there are people out there that think that it's okay for them to come in, have an event, and then pull up the ladder behind them and not let anyone else have an event there. It's terrible. It's wrong. I'm not going to stand for it. I'm not going to just sit idly by and go, oh, it's fine. There's other Thargoids out there. No, that's not how it's supposed to work. The war in Sol is over. Those other Thargoids out there are not after Sol. Now, if you want to go hunt them and you want to go hunt motherships, by all means, please feel free to do so. But if it's a historical site, a monument, let's say, a statue, you do not tear it down. You do not mess with it. You play there, and then you go away. And then the next group gets to come in, play there, and they go away. You don't get to dictate where people play. You do not get to destroy all the toys. And once you destroy all the toys, I've never in my life, once you destroy all the toys, you ain't got nothing to do either. Why would somebody do that? I can't even fathom in my wildest dreams how a player could destroy their own content and then go, well, there'll be more later. When? 2 years from now, 3 years from now? I bet you it's not going to be in 2025. So you're just going to go around, break all the content, and then that's fine. Anybody that missed out, too bad, so sad. You know what I'm saying? With monuments. Okay, I know there's some things that don't count in the same way, but historical sites or lore-based sites that have been put in the game for a reason and have stayed or remained should stay or remain indefinitely. So, why am I going on about this? Well, I made a little petition on change.org, and I'll leave a link to the petition below. And it's just basically a petition asking FDev to either, to use the Proteus wave and bring the Thargoids back to HIP 22460, or at least, bare minimum, please don't destroy any more of our historical playgrounds. Can we have those, please? Amusement parks are fun, guys. You guys make games. FDev makes games about amusement parks all the time. I have not seen a video yet in Planet Coaster where somebody gets to come in and destroy your theme park. And too bad, so sad for you. Go build another theme park. But that's what they're doing in Elite, guys. If you agree with me, I would love it if you would sign this petition so that the devs have a clearer picture of this devastation and why it's bad. Okay? It's not good for the game. New content is good. Destroying content is bad. The Thargoid War was different. Those were built to be destroyed. They were destroyed. And they were also encroaching on the normal people. Okay? Those poor old retirees over in Shindes, yeah, they didn't know what hit them. They were freaking out. Everybody was flocking to some other galaxy. They're like, we're going to Andromeda, or whatever it was. But that's why we were there. We were there to save that from the world. Now, the salvation story didn't go down that way. But that's because I wasn't around. No. But we do not condone xenocide. We do not condone you tearing down our playgrounds, our places to congregate and enjoy the lore and remember things of the old days. We're not going to condone that, Commanders. I hope you'll join me in signing my petition. And also, join us this Friday because we're having an event in California called Fortune Friday. I hope to see you there, Commanders. 07s, Godspeed.